Okay, Lindsay, for the last time, I have to ask you, get out of my house. Otherwise, I will make sure they arrest you for public urinating in my home. Go. Ugh. Hope I didn't step in anything. Sorry, I had to do my usual customer, you know. Lindsay Lohan at it again. At least I got it back from the wanted though, so all's well as the ends well. My sock is pretty dry. Anyway, before I come to talk to you about my main proposition, and it's quite a nice one for all those YouTube viewers, all the two of them, I must tell you about another client of mine. Now, if you do not know me, I am P.J Simmons. I am an agent to the stars and representative to the stars, such as Devon, and he will soon be a star if someone does buy and see me, Manny Prescott, and Lindsay Lohan. But also another one of my agents, the people that I control or look after. I recently took this guy on board, Matt Cardle. If you do not know the name, do not be surprised. He was the guy who won X Factor a few years ago. Anyway, he has launched a scathing attack on James Arthur, who is trying to do a bid for the Christmas #1 in all sorts. And to be honest, if anyone needs to sack their stylist, it must be him, because quite frankly, that eyeliner, those tattoos, that fat face of his, and that hair just make him look disgusting. But I must not comment anymore, because I must really suppress it. Because amazingly, Matt Cardle said something to the word effect of, he may be talented, but I'm more successful. Now, that's about the dumbest statement to say in the planet, since Matt Cardle's both CDs were atrocious, and I have from him seen more checks. I see more checks bounced from him than Beyonce at one of her concerts. And let's be honest, that girl can bounce. So I don't know what he's talking about. And so to James Arthur, although you are rubbish and I don't even care much for your music, I would not listen to anything he says or try and retaliate, because to be honest, his career is going down just like Christina Aguilera on the stage when she slips. So please do not worry. But the real reason why I'm here is not to defend my stupid client Matt Cardle. No, who cares about that? But no, I have a proposition. There is auditions being taken place for a new part of my film, a new film adventure. Now this is something that's kind of new to me, but I ventured onto the movie street. I've done music with Devon, and I've done a bit with Lindsay Lohan, so that does conclude acting. But this is a movie project, which I think is a great idea, and I'm going to pitch to you right now. And so basically, it is, in a nutshell, it's Castaway 2. Now, if you remember Castaway 1, we had Tom Hanks, who talked to a volleyball named Wilson for 3 hours. And to be honest, if you thought Lord of the Rings was boring for 3 hours when they were fighting each other, orcs and elves and all sorts, I think that would be even more boring to talk to a volleyball. It's a bit like Hamlet with the skull, but only much, much longer, more draggedy hair, and getting emotionally tied with a ball. Face on it. Anyway, but I thought, as I was watching the movie, I was watching with a good friend of mine, Diva Danielle, is one of my other clients, Diva Danielle. And Diva Danielle's a bit on the sassy thing, you know, she's a bit, I ain't going there. She's quite annoying. She's very annoying, you know, emotionally distraught. She's actually hysterical. Anyway, we were watching while she was blubbering over my shoulder because of the ball. And I was like, this needs a bit more action. This needs a bit more to it, to say the least. So, I thought the great idea of doing a sequel. Now, sequels are going crazy these days. The sequels do not even have to be good. In fact, the first thing doesn't have to be good. As long as stupid people like you, not me, but like you, go to the cinema and watch those things. All well, I suppose. And so, Castaway 2 is a great idea. Now, let me tell you, instead of the ocean, it will take place in a swimming pool due to budget cuts. And instead of a volleyball, there will be a piece of cheese. And the person who I'm looking for auditioning, man or woman, preferably a man, because, you know, but women too, it could be a nice change. Could I have, you know, but no, good change. It will be a different character, don't worry, not the same character. But it'll be all about the dilemma of whether, does he eat the cheese? Who has now turned to his friend called Barbara. Barbara, I like that. Barbara cheese. Barbara fromage. You know, Barbara fromage. Or does he eat it? It's ethical. It's very good. It's an ethical dilemma. One which I'm sure you will be able to understand. Especially the skinny people and the fat people, I like to be honest. But Great. But in this movie as well, we are thinking of having a shark. We are casting for the shark at the moment. We were first of all thinking of the fattest man in the world in a shark suit, but we just thought logistically that will cost us more than the down sales of Matt Cardle's album. So we were thinking, we're not sure yet, but we could get Tom Hanks again to do the shark. We could get, Ian McKellen. He likes to dress up, so he could be the shark. We could get. I was in talks with Spielberg, and he was telling me, we could get loads of people for this, absolutely loads. We get Daniel Day-Lewis. He was talking to me. I could have him to be the shark. Would be quite nice. It would counterbalance his Oscar acting for Lincoln, definitely. So we were definitely thinking along the lines of that kind of acting material to be the song. But in it as well, we need a bunch of mermaids. So we were calling it Eva Longoria or that fat girl that just lost in Strictly. We were getting those types of people. Anne Widdecombe. We're on Anne Widdecombe. She was going to come in and do the mermaid. They'll be fully clothed, obviously. But we're getting those types of people to do our movie. And then also, there was going to be a scene, do not tell, it's quite secret, but there's going to be a scene where Tiny Temper, Snoop Dogg, LL Cool J, and those Whizzle Kicks boys were going to randomly come in and give us a bit of rapping while they're on the island. So as the guy, or the person, or the girl who looks at the cheese, they're like, oh hey, oh, and they're doing a bit of the rapping. And then Devon was going to be in that scene, so we can get him in so he can start his career. So but also we're going to have meteoroid strikes. We thought that would be good, but for those, because our budget cuts, we're going to use rolled up newspaper and just throw it down. We were also thinking for blood, having the animal, like some animals' blood thrown, but we thought it'd be too controversial, so paint, that'd be nice. Also, there is going to be a leprechaun, and a leprechaun is going to play by the only Irish actor that is seen to be on television, in film, Colin Farrell. We're also going to have a Teletubby, an Action Man, Barbie, and a whole cast of the Glee guys, mainly so that the shark can actually eat all the Glee people. So that's the premise. If you think there's a storyline to this movie, you'll be very much mistaken. There is not. There's just a whole bunch of effects, which involves throwing newspapers, blood, and throwing people from the Glee into the shark's mouth, hopefully by Danny Day-Lewis. We're really hoping that works. We're thinking the love interest, if it was a man who, as in you, the man who auditioned, we were thinking Sandra Bullock would be good. We were thinking, Eva Longoria would be great, Jessica Alba. But then we thought, who is a stunner? Who is a stunner looker? And you know what? There was only one person that came to my mind. There was this one lady that stood out from the Western. Just one person. And we thought that lady could be none other than Lindsay Lohan. And we thought she would come in drunk as ever, doing the role. And I thought that's a great idea. Great vision that I have for my client. So what do you say? Would you like to, date a drunken lady who's supposed to take more highs and ran out of club? That's a good idea. But if it's your woman, we were thinking on either Jack Nicholson or Sean Connery. Because let me tell you, that old guy, he may be old, man, but he's got some hunk in him, despite the fact he's in his 80s, he has got some hunk in him. I am just saying, my wife, Deirdre Simmons, does love a bit of Sean Connery. But hey, it's up to you guys. I want audition tapes, I want calls, and don't worry, soon I will make you into a star at the bottom. And if you do not know him, do not worry, none of the world does either. But that ain't the point. So think about it. Castaway 2. Would you join the campaign? Would you join us?